Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm joined by Paul Flynn, Head of Business Intelligence at Instabee. Paul, such a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Good to be here.
Instabee was founded in 2022 after combining Budbee and Instabox, really two leading last mile delivery companies. What's the data showing you, Paul?
The data at the moment is showing us quite a lot. It's tough conditions. We're obviously either kind of close to or in a recession, but volumes have been strong. We have a growing box business, obviously combining two businesses, huge network of these lockers where we deliver a lot of parcels to. Also a really strong home delivery business in the Netherlands. So far so good. Obviously lots of data, gives us a rich data set. Our kind of key metric that we always focus on is user ratings. Super high right now. I think we're at 4.6 for box, 4.7 for home delivery. And for the logistics industry, that is staggering. It is industry leading in any market whatsoever.
Well, congratulations, Paul. I want to dive into this a little bit deeper. You're present in 7 countries, serving thousands of online merchants. Why is proper data management so essential to the overall success of the business?
Yeah, obviously we use a lot of our data operationally. We need to make sure that, all of our terminals are functioning correctly. We have a hand to play in that. We also have to be able to manage metrics correctly. Now, this is a big project that's kind of like, when two companies merge together, what do? You have one version of measuring volume versus another. So we had a lot of people back in the business kind of think about like the definitions project and how we kind of reboot that. And then kind of really start to think about, okay, what are our number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metrics? Let's build them once, consolidate on the Instabee model now, and kind of surface those to everybody, like more democracy with the data. Yeah.
Great to hear about the efficiencies, Paul. How has the data cloud helped drive this impact for your millions of customers?
Yeah, obviously we have a lot of behind the scenes work. As I've discussed on stage before, we're still really in that kind of like data warehouse phase within, what we're doing with data on Snowflake. And then kind of like reaching out more to kind of like working, with more ML models, more kind of use cases around data science, and now more obviously looking at Streamlit, like how do we surface things that we've kind of been doing in Jupyter Notebooks, a lot of high volume data, so transactional data, checkout data. How do we kind of see, okay, what is our share of checkout with a particular customer or merchant, e-commerce business? So we're just really plunging into it. So it's more, we see the horizon rather than the actuality right now, which is kind of super exciting for me and my team.
The buzz and excitement is all around us here at Data Cloud World Tour Stockholm. How do you see Gen AI playing a significant role in the shipping and logistics ecosystem?
Yeah, Gen AI is obviously, we kind of have a lot of general AI, kind of working in operations in that right now. And also kind of traditional ML. We have obviously sorting machines that scan parcels. We have algos that basically look to see whether a bag can be folded. Can we optimize that, put it into a smaller compartment? Nice user experience for the consumer. So there's all of this stuff that's already in play, which is kind of like the traditional kind of AI. On the Gen AI side, within my team at least, we're starting to research kind of self-service models. So products that kind of like give us the ability to auto dashboard and kind of like allow consumers to ask, any kind of like question, how are our sales this month, or, what are we doing with volume progression over the last quarter? And this will be basically NLP, using LLMs behind the scene. And then obviously the use case I discussed on stage, which is, kind of automating some of the help for users when they contact us via our customer services channels. Lots going on.
It's great to hear, because at the end of the day, you're driving impact for millions of people and you're alleviating a pain point that has really gone unsolved for decades. What's next for Instabee, and how can the audience learn more?
Yeah, this is the classic 500-600-year-old, however many hundreds of year old business model of the kind of the horses carrying letters around. And that's really what the postal service has been. There are obviously big players, the DHLs, which are very, FedEx is the kind of cross country. But they have all of the legacy as well, the infrastructure and also, all the machinery. We've been able to pivot quickly, founded both the companies separately. Were founded in 2015, 2016, merged, as you say, last year. And we've been able to kind of like maximize on the fact that we're still agile. We can turn quick. A good example of that was obviously changing to fossil free. We could do that overnight, smaller fleet, easy decision to make. Let's do it. But yeah, obviously for us, the business model is still e-commerce. supporting merchants, the e-commerce experience, nice checkout experience where you can pick any of our brands, decide when you want the parcel to be delivered. Is it tomorrow? That's great. Is it this particular time in locker? It's kind of really groundbreaking. So it really appeals to where we have like non-white label checkouts. But because we've done such a good job with that, a big focus now is the returns process. Obviously, fashion industry, people want to try on more and more clothes and they don't fit and return them.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, that's great. We got that problem solved. We also have a labelless solution for that, which is incredible. It's been able to also allow us to go more now into kind of like re-commerce and supporting some of our merchants who are in the, looking at the circular economy. Can we bring those clothes back and then basically either fix them up, send them out again, or obviously sell them as secondhand goods. So this is a big focus for us right now.
Well, Paul, congratulations. An exciting next chapter. Thank you so much for joining me on Data Cloud Now here in Sweden. Great presentation on the main stage, part of the keynote. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. I'll see you soon.